स्टूडेंट्स क्या सोचते हैं, दे थिंक कि अभी मुश्किल से पढ़ाई खत्म नहीं हो रही, लाइक यू आर नॉट एबल टू फुलफिल द रिक्वायरमेंट्स फॉर कॉलेज, जैसे होमवर्क टाइम पे नहीं खत्म हो पाता, एग्जाम्स टाइम पे प्रिपेयर नहीं हो पाता है, वो क्लब्स कहाँ से ज्वाइन करेंगे? तो आपको फील होता है वैसा कि लाइक यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू मैनेज टाइम बीइंग पार्ट ऑफ गूगल डीएससी क्लब?
To be honest, I think every student in India knows that, college education is not sufficient for you.
So hey guys, today we're going to talk about Google DSC, which stands for Google Developer Student Clubs. क्योंकि कहते हैं ना, when we are together in a team, together everyone achieves more. And even Steve Jobs once said that great things in business can never be done by just one person. So that's why today we have Sri Lasya here, who will be sharing her journey as a lead at Google DSC and how she started her own club at Andhra University, and how you can use this opportunity to secure a better job position tomorrow, or to secure a better grad school tomorrow as well. So let's get started.
Hi. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for the introduction. So yeah, I am an undergraduate junior year student pursuing my computer science and systems engineering at Andhra University College of Engineering in India. And so my domain of interests are data science, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, and I know a little bit of front-end web development. And then, so as you mentioned, I am currently Google Developer Student Club's lead at Andhra University College of Engineering itself. And I am also interning at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which is MIT.
Nice. So how was your journey to MIT research internship? Was it in first year, second year, or third year?
So I have started applying to research internships at the end of my second year. And I mean, I thought I was late because a lot of people do it in second year itself. They keep applying to DRDO or IISc or stuff like that. But I had no prior research experience. And I have initially applied to a lot of other universities in Germany and in Europe. And I got a couple of few from there. But as soon as I had a few offers in hand, I started applying to other universities, which were the top schools, like Stanford, Harvard, and MIT, and stuff like that. And I got it. I seriously did not expect MIT though, but there are a lot of schools that do not take interns like this. I mean, Stanford has some rule that professors cannot take overseas interns, and other rules like that. But I think MIT is flexible enough. So I'm currently working under a research scientist at one of the labs in MIT.
Nice. So your future goal is also to get into research or to get into like the corporate world. So because usually I've seen people take more and more research projects in their college if their final goal is to get into research, or was it just because of your passion for machine learning and research?
Yeah, definitely. It's because I really love working with machine learning. There's no doubt about that. And because at the end of the day, you have to like what you're doing after you wake up every day. And coming to research, I'm actually new to research because it's just recently that I started interning there, and I had no prior research experience. All I had done was to build a few basic projects using a few machine learning techniques and algorithms. But I probably would want to pursue masters after this, and I don't know if I would be essentially going into the research side like PhD or something. But as of now, my plan is to probably pursue masters.
And can you please share how you became part of Google Developer Student Club? So, in your university, there was a Google Developer Club already that you started, or you started?
Yeah, so my university did not have a Google Developer Student Club earlier. I was the one who started it. And so essentially, Google looks for individuals in every campus. People have to apply from their campus to become a Google Developer Student Club lead. And Google will take their interviews and, first I mean, there's a process for the application. Usually the application, you fill out the application with a 1-minute video submission or something, and then, it scrutinizes, and then it selects a few members out of the whole lot for an interview. And then, after the interview, you get selected. There's only one lead per campus, and they get to, if it's a new DSC, they get to start a community and develop a Google Developer Student Club at their campus. But if you don't already have, if you already have a Google Developer community at your campus, you can always apply for the lead to become the successive lead. You must be having a Google lead right now, so you can always try and apply for the next lead. Essentially, it looks for second year, third year, or final year undergraduates. I mean, at least 1 year left for them to graduate. The student should have 1 year left to graduate. So yeah, Google looks for such people who are technically sound and who have leadership qualities and management skills and stuff like that. Nice. So yeah, that's about it.
That's very nice. And I saw the list of Google DSC clubs in India. There are I think 300 universities whose students have I think a DSC club, Google Developer Student Club. But I see not even a lot of IITs. I mean, some IITs and NITs are missing as well. So what do you think? What are the benefits of being part of a leader of such a club?
Okay, so firstly, you get to I personally think that there's not much difference being a leader or being a part of the club, because a leader essentially manages the whole club, but the benefit of the club goes to all of the students, irrespective of they being a member or they being in a core team or something like that. The leader essentially tries to build a core team for the club to function, and they try to get in more and more speakers, mentors, and they try to do a lot of events. They're constantly in touch with Google developer program managers and stuff like that. There are 200 plus DSCs in India, and there are 1,000, just above 1,000 DSCs all over the world. And the leaders try to inculcate the technical and the developer community, in their campus, so that, people get used to newer technologies. People have a community of developers whom they can rely on to, share ideas, grow, build, collaborate, and essentially, build products that are that make a difference, that are good for the social, that solve a social problem or a local problem. So we have and a lot of DSCs have done that as a part of a team, or their core teams have built a lot of products that make a difference. And we organize hackathons, and we organize other ideathons and other events which help you grow, essentially. So that is the major part. And as a lead, having to do all of this gets you this advantage of building your network, because you contact a lot of people, you network with Googlers, and try to get in more and more people for you to impact the community, right? So I think that has been the best privilege of being a lead. And when it comes to members, I think every student should be a part of a student community, be it on campus or off campus, anywhere. If you don't have a student community, essentially, if you're not a part of it, you will lack exposure, you will lack an access to opportunities, you will lack access to growth, because you will meet like-minded people if you are a part of a community, right? So they will help you work with projects, they will help you collaborate, and essentially you meet people whom you in general cannot find in your college or stuff like that. So yeah. And the most important part is you get to network with a lot of mentors in and around the world, be it in the field of the domain you like or the domain you would want to pursue, because there are several fields and job roles in IT, as you know, and there are a million ways to achieve that role. So seeing everybody working for it in different ways gives you a lot of exposure in the first place.
So that means you feel interconnected to the DSC clubs. For example, अगर MIT में Google का DSC club है, Harvard में है, or maybe CMU like top school, so you feel connected and you get a chance to talk to those students in those clubs worldwide, right?
Yes. And in turn, Google enables you to get resources, and it provides you with a lot of benefits, and for you to learn Google technologies and promote them, and to get used to them. So, and also sometimes you get free Google swags and stuff for the work you do. So yeah, that's great.
Very nice. And students क्या सोचते हैं? They think कि अभी मुश्किल से पढ़ाई खत्म नहीं हो रही, like you're not able to fulfill the requirements for college. जैसे homework time पे नहीं खत्म हो पाता, exams time पे prepare नहीं हो पाता है, वो clubs कहाँ से join करेंगे? तो आपको feel होता है वैसा कि like you will not be able to manage time being part of Google DSC club?
To be honest, I think every student in India knows that college education is not sufficient for you to either get into the job market, or even though if you don't want to be that way, you will have to be, because if you see a lot of other students and the competition these days, people are constantly building somewhere the other new stuff. They're coming up with newer technologies, they're learning about, and the chances of you not making it would increase, because you are at the end of the day in a pool of students who are competing with each other with respect to job opportunities, or be it masters or anywhere. And unless and until you push yourself to build something, and I don't really think that is a burden, because as much as you learn stuff in college, you will have to implement it, and college would not help you do that as much as clubs and other communities help you do it. So and I seriously think that people taking part in hackathons and taking part in other competitions, they enjoy and they have more fun than what they have in college, because
Right.
all of this is more like a stress buster for them, because they attend events, and they interact with people, they talk, and they share their pain among themselves also sometimes. So yeah, that's all. I don't think it's a burden, it's more like a refreshment, if you ask me.
Also connections are so much important, like by being part of Google DSC club, जब आप इतने सारी universities के students से connected होते हो, you're connected to students throughout the world. So what do you use? Do you use a Slack channel to like reach out to someone? How is the network? Like how do you talk to others in DSC?
Okay, so DSC leads do have a Slack channel, although, but coming to students, we collaborate on a huge basis. Like you find active DSCs, they must have at least done 1 or 2 collaborative events with other universities. So that's when you interact, that's where you interact with people, and we come up with hackathons, we come up with other events where you network with people, because you create a Discord channel then for a hackathon, or a Slack channel. That's where you can talk to other people, network, form a team, and get to know each other well. And if not that, I think there are specific Discord channels for specific DSCs. Like my DSC has a Discord channel, and the other DSCs as well that I know, most of them have a Discord channel, and you can always join them for updates. And there's a chapter page, there's a page where all our DSCs are listed, and our events would be listed there every time. So you could follow any of the DSC chapter pages that you like, and you will get updated with all the events that they will be hosting or organizing. And all of the events any DSC would ever organize would be free of cost. So now that everything is virtual, it should be easier for you to join and register and then be a part of the event. So it shouldn't be that difficult. That's how you can gain more.
So being part of DSC, आपने कौन से projects पे काम किया? Like mainly machine learning, or you have options to try web development? आपको हर तरह की team मिल जाती है, like in your university, or you have to approach DSC clubs outside your university if you want to find more students related to Android, iOS, or web?
So yeah, the most interesting part about DSC is that every lead has their own way of forming their team or organizing events, and we have that flexibility. So when you talk about projects, we I mean, all of the DSCs that I know have made a core team which consists of different domains, like, AI, ML domain, and development domain, or Android app development domain, or cloud computing, and stuff like that. Some of them have cybersecurity, depending on what the college students require and are motivated to learn more about. So they definitely build a lot of projects. I mean, my core team has built a couple of projects that are helpful for the common good, and a lot of other DSCs that I have seen have built projects as well. And you have every DSC has their own faculty advisor, and I'm very fortunate that my faculty advisor is very supportive to whatever I have done so far. So you will have your college faculty to support you. If not, you can just contact your lead if you need help. They can get in people more like Google developer experts or Google GDG organizers and stuff like that, who can really help you with the technology if that is what you need. So yeah, you just have to try. And coming to several other projects that we did as a part of DSC, I talk about events here. DSC AUC, which is my campus, has been a part of a lot of collaborative events, to be honest, because we have been conducting only virtual events due to all the COVID situation so far. So I tried to get in more and more collaboration so that my student community would, expose to a lot of other students all over the country. So one of the biggest event that happened as a part of DSC was DSC Wow. That was a 4-day webinar series of fully related to technology, and then a 2-day hackathon. So we had international speakers like Usha Rengaraju ma'am, who is Kate Kegel Grandmaster, and Miri Rodriguez, who is from Microsoft, and many more people like that for the 4-day webinar series. And the registrations have crossed 10,000, and for the hackathon there have been 500 plus registrations, and we had reached 1 lakh social impressions on our social media. So that has been a huge event that we organized, which was a collaboration of 127 DSCs all over India. Like, if you look at the map, you'll find DSCs all over the place. So that has been very, very influential, and a lot of students who were beginners tried to gain perspective through that. And there was another initiative that we took up called DSC the Coding Culture, which is like 2,000 students strong. Currently we have a Discord server where we constantly used to put up webinars and videos about competitive coding. You know how important competitive coding is for CSE students. So, and we conducted coding challenges once in every month. So that that these are a few places that people really come and interact with each other and get to know a lot of other students from places all around the world. So yeah, I think these were the major milestones that DSC AUC, my chapter, was a part of. And there were many more, like DSC Fireside Chat and stuff like that, which took place. So with initiatives like these, I believe students get a lot of exposure and motivation.
And what about the flagship events? So are there any flagship events that are conducted being part of Google DSC?
Yes. So Google enables the Google Developer Student Clubs to conduct more and more programs on various domains, a few of them being 30 Days of Google Cloud and Android Study Jams, which was about Kotlin this year. But the last year it was more about Flutter. And last year there was another event called Explore ML, which is about ML and TensorFlow and stuff like that. And there is DSC Solution Challenge, which is the hackathon that they conduct. And if you submit, this year the theme of the Solution Challenge was the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of UN. So you build a project on it, and yeah, the top 50 teams receive mentorship from Google, and the top 10 teams receive a lot of other benefits and stuff like that. So Google has always pushed people to learn more about technology. So if you talk about 30 days of Google Cloud, it has enabled us to get quick lab credits to all those who registered, and they could learn how to use and navigate through Google Cloud platform using those. So yeah, these were DSC specific events that Google took up.
Oh, so these were like all over the DSC clubs all over the world, right?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. So thank you so much, Lasya, for your incredible knowledge. I'm sure from now on, a lot of other leads will come out from the universities and definitely form a lead for student DSC club, like so that their university can also be registered and become a part of this DSC opportunity. So thank you so much.
Definitely. It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And yes, I would suggest any student to strongly be a part of DSC community, which is me and you.